Hello everyone. Welcome. Today, we're tackling a common issue, invalid length for a base 64 char array or string. This error pops up when you're working with base 64 encoding, usually in programming. Let's explore what causes this and, more importantly, how to fix it. First, what is base 64 encoding? It's a way to represent binary data in an ASCII string format. It's often used to transmit data over channels that only support text. Imagine sending a picture in an email. It gets converted to base 64. The problem arises when the base 64 string is not properly formatted, specifically regarding its length. Base 64 encoding works in blocks of 4 characters. If the original data isn't a multiple of 3 bytes, padding is added. This padding uses the equals sign symbol. The equals sign ensures that the final encoded string is a multiple of 4. Now, why does the invalid length error occur? This typically happens because the base 64 string you're trying to decode is corrupted or incomplete. It could be missing padding, have extra characters, or its length simply isn't correct. A common scenario is when the data is truncated during transmission or storage. Let's look at some practical solutions. 1. Check the string length. Ensure the string length is a multiple of 4. If it's not, it's likely incomplete or corrupt. You can use a simple modulus operation, string length %4, to verify this. 2. Verify padding. Make sure that the padding is correct. A valid base 64 string can have 0, 1, or 2 equals signs equal symbol at the end. It should never have 3. Also, padding should only appear at the end of the string. 3. Remove invalid characters. Sometimes, extra characters, like spaces or line breaks, sneak into the base 64 string. These will invalidate it. Use string manipulation functions to remove any non-base 64 characters before decoding. These characters include anything outside the standard base 64 alphabet, AZ, 0 to 9, plus, /, and smiley face. Ensure complete transmission. If you are receiving the base 64 string from an external source, verify that the entire string has been transmitted correctly. A partial or interrupted transmission can cause this error. 5. Decoding libraries. Double-check that you're using a reputable and reliable base 64 decoding library in your programming language. Some libraries might have stricter requirements than others. Try switching to a different library if issues persist. Remember to thoroughly test your code after implementing these solutions. Debugging can be tricky, so take it step by step. Finally, understanding base 64 encoding and its requirements will go a long way in preventing this invalid length error. That's it for today's video. I hope this helped you understand and resolve the invalid length for a base 64 char array or string error. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content. Your support is greatly appreciated. Leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions for future topics.